Central China is a region of contrasts, where ancient temples, bustling cities and dramatic landscapes coexist. From sacred mountains to vibrant river towns, this part of the country has shaped Chinese culture and history for centuries. Here, travelers can experience ancient traditions, stunning natural scenery, and get a glimpse into modern life, unfolding amid historic surroundings. I traveled to China independently for more than a decade, on several occasions. And in this video I will show you some of the most beautiful and intriguing places I visited in the central part of the country. From the origins of Chinese Kung Fu at Shaolin Temple to the surreal pillars of Zhangjiajie National Park. From the charming riverside village of Fenghuang to the bustling metropolis of Wuhan along the Yangtze River. From the propaganda-infused centers of Shaoshan and Changsha to the mythical peaks of Huangshan. And from the shores of the Yellow River to the modern skyline of Zhengzhou. So join me, exploring central China. We begin our journey in the forests of Henan province. Here in the spectacular Huangshan mountain range lies the iconic Shaolin Temple. This historic monastery is considered the birthplace of Chan Buddhism and is a popular pilgrimage and tourist site. It was here that Shaolin Kung Fu, one of the oldest and most influential styles of Chinese martial arts, originated and developed. Today, dozens of martial arts schools surround the temple, attracting hundreds of students from around China that come here to study and master the arts. Traveling north from Shaolin, we reach Zhengzhou, the modern capital of Henan and one of China's major transportation hubs. While much of the city is contemporary, it serves as a gateway to some important cultural landmarks. Just outside Zhengzhou, along the banks of the Yellow River, stand the statues of Emperors Yan and Huang, legendary ancestors of the Chinese people. We make use of China's modern high-speed railway network and continue our way to Anhui province. Along the way, we pass through the charming villages of Changsha and Shaoshan, where narrow alleys, old homes and traditional courtyards offer a peek into the region's rich Huizhou heritage. From these quiet villages, it's a short journey to Huangshan, or Yellow Mountain, one of China's most iconic national parks. Its scenery of granite peaks and twisted pines is often covered in fog and clouds, adding to the mysterious atmosphere that used to attract painters to the area. Today, Huangshan is visited by millions of tourists every year, all wanting to catch a glimpse of this characteristic mountain landscape. We continue our journey through central China and reach Wuhan, a megacity on the mighty Yangtze River. Although this city will forever be linked to the global pandemic, it is more than just news headlines. Wuhan offers bustling shopping streets, charming old neighborhoods, and incredible bridges that span China's longest river. Wuhan is actually a fusion of three formerly independent cities that have grown into one sprawling metropolis. Its history is often compared to Shanghai, with concession-era buildings and vibrant commerce, but the city retains a character all its own. One of the most iconic landmarks is the Yellow Crane Tower, offering sweeping views of the skyline and the historic Wuhan Yangtze River Bridge. Completed in 1957, this double-deck road and rail bridge was the first modern bridge spanning the Yangtze. We cross the provincial border into Hunan and arrive in Zhangjiajie National Park, one of China's most surreal and recognizable scenic regions. The park is dotted with pillar-like rock formations, jagged peaks, deep canyons and ravines. It was painted by many a Chinese artist, and more recently inspired the directors of Avatar to create their fantasy world of Pandora's floating mountains. Shaped over millions of years by erosion, Zhangjiajie is also home to a variety of rare flora and fauna. Do not, however, expect to have the place to yourself. Zhangjiajie is part of a larger national park called Wulingyuan Scenic Area and has become immensely popular in recent years. Getting around the park is straightforward, with a dense network of walkways, stairs, buses and cable cars. There are even glass elevators, monorails and escalators carved into the mountains. Yet probably the most eye-catching man-made attraction here is the Zhangjiajie glass bridge. Crossing the bridge can be an exhilarating experience as you stare down the 300 meters deep canyon underneath. But for some, it can be terrifying. Leaving Zhangjiajie behind, we make our way through Hunan and approach the Aizhai Bridge, one of the world's highest suspension bridges. Traversing its span, the canyon and winding river stretch far below, offering a thrilling perspective on Hunan's rugged landscapes. From here, the mountains guide us towards our next stop. Arriving in Fenghuang truly feels like stepping into a different world. This beautiful riverside village was built more than 300 years ago as a border town between Han civilization and minorities living in the nearby mountains. With its strategic location, Fenghuang quickly became a center of trade and cultural exchange. Residents started using profits to build unique wooden stilt houses, stone towers, bridges and a defensive city wall. One of the best ways to appreciate the village is from the water. Countless boats are sailing down the river every day, operated by seemingly tireless workers. In recent years, Fenghuang has become a major tourist destination, and the arrival of Chinese tour groups is quickly changing the character of the town. As a foreign traveler, it can be overwhelming to deal with these crowds sometimes. But if you pick the right moments, it is still possible to enjoy Fenghuang's old world charm. When you travel around China, you still come across paintings, pictures and statues of Mao Zedong, regarded as the founder of the People's Republic. Whatever your opinion about his legacy, visiting Mao's hometown in Shaoshan provides an interesting glimpse into his childhood. Millions of Chinese visit Shaoshan every year in what is sometimes called red tourism, a government campaign promoting historic Communist Party sites, which critics describe as a form of state propaganda. From Shaoshan, it's a short drive to Changsha, the capital of Hunan, which provides another insight into the country's communist history. This is where Mao Zedong is said to have discovered communism in his younger years. Statues of the great helmsman are found around the city, but perhaps the most unusual is this 32-meter-tall sculpture, depicting Mao as a young man rather than the elderly statesman he is usually portrayed as. Standing here, we are invited to reflect on Mao's impact on China, which was both profound and controversial. And that concludes our journey through central China. I realize I have only scratched the surface, and you could spend months exploring the ancient monuments, stunning landscapes and modern history of this region. Yet I still hope this video gave you some travel inspiration, or at least provided a glimpse into this fascinating part of the country. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and like. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Travel safely.